Yo, what is up guys? Paul James here. Welcome back to our free lead gen mini course series. If you've not been following along, what we're doing here on the channel right now is we're putting together a free series on how to start doing lead generation for local business owners. What that means is you could partner with like a roofing company, you rank a website, every lead that you send that roofing company, you get paid like $50 a lead. I'm showing you exactly how to do this, and we are on part 4 of our series right now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave links in the description to follow along with this series. Now, if you wanna follow along with our updates on this, you're gonna wanna make sure that you're subscribed with notifications turned on so that I can update you when the next video comes out. And after this video is over, you'll wanna go and drop down in the description and watch the other videos in the series so that you can get the full spectrum of things. All right, with that being said, I put out a video today actually, which is probably going to be several days before this video that you're seeing now, but I did film this the same day I put out the last video. And I said I wanted to hold you guys accountable. I wanted to actually see that we had at least 100 people that did the work up until this point. And what I can tell you is that we've so far had 29 site submissions come in, 29 out of 100, and it's only been like a few hours since I posted the video. So it's safe to say that I think we're gonna hit that 100 submissions, which is awesome. That means you guys are taking action. I really am happy about that. So I decided to shoot the video right now, and as soon as we get 100, I will release the video, which of course you're watching. Anyways, guys, we're gonna hop into on-page optimization today. We're gonna actually get into finishing the website, getting the site ranked, and all of that crazy stuff. I'm so excited for it. I don't wanna waste any time. Let's go and start mapping out our content. All right, guys, so let's start off with doing a little bit of on-page optimization and planning as we start to get into building out the content for this site and actually optimizing it so that we can rank. So we did our keyword research. You guys should have already had this doc. I think it was in part 2 of the series. And you guys could have gone on your own niche and filled out the cost per click, which is helpful. I didn't do that, so I'm just gonna delete that column. And I wanna kind of think about what I want my website to be, how I want it to be structured. So looking at my keywords, I'm looking at the phase 2 version of my keywords. And keep in mind, I put Milwaukee in for all of these, but in reality, we just use that for our research phase. Really, we're going to be swapping out the word Milwaukee for Cedarburg because this is Cedarburg Roofing Pros, which is the lead gen site that we decided to create in this series. So what I'm gonna wanna do is I'm gonna think about how I'm gonna be able to structure my content. So we've got a pretty good start of keywords. We got roofing, we've got roofer, we've got residential roofing, we've got gutters, roof repair, commercial roofing, roofing contractors, roofing company. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking about a menu where we have, you know, if it were, depending on how broad it was, we could have a menu on our site that said like services, and then under services might be, you know, depending on how many different services we had, it could be like roof repair, gutters, so forth. I could go that route, but because I see some residential and commercial keywords in here, the route I think I'm gonna go is I think I'm gonna have 2 different menu tabs. One which says residential roofing, and then another which says commercial roofing. And then I'll be able to put under different services under each one of those. So under residential roofing, we might have gutters, we might have roof repair. And under commercial, I'm not really sure. I guess I'd have to look into some keywords a bit more. So this is kind of how things might go. We might start looking into more keywords that way, but we do have kind of a start. So let's go and let's jump into this roof repair and start to show you the process so that you can start working on your site and start building it out. So I'm gonna go into Google and I'm gonna go Google roof repair. Our keyword is roof repair Milwaukee. But we're not gonna do Milwaukee, we're gonna do Cedarburg. I'll just do WI just to make sure we're getting relevant results. And I'm just looking at who is ranking. Now, the map pack rankings might be kind of flawed for your on-page optimization strategies because, you know, we are picking a very low competition area, and Google Maps is really powerful. I have a whole training on Google Maps, as you guys know. It's been my specialty for the past 10 years. That is what I've gotten really good at. And I can tell you from experience, I have ranked so many Google Maps listings sometimes without even a website. So it's not the best to go off of for your on-page optimization strategy, but instead what you want to do is you want to jump down to the organic, and we want to reverse engineer what the competitors are doing. Now, we can look at these sites like Home Advisor and like Angie's List. I'm almost willing to bet that they're going to have little to no content on it. It's probably going to be mostly reviews or listings of different sites. And that's really not what we're interested in. This kind of stuff, like we can outrank this stuff pretty easily. So not helpful. Same here, not very helpful. That's pretty much the extent of their pages. They're just kind of like auto-generated. So we're gonna need to dig into like our actual competitors, which are actual roofing companies. So I see this one, and I see this Integrity Roof. So we'll start with those two since they're the top ranking. And what we're looking for, the very first thing we're looking for is we're looking for how much content they have on their site. So what I do is I use word counter tools. You could just go into Google and type in like word counter, or we use Google Docs a lot for this, or Microsoft Word. But you could just use one of these, and what it'll do is as you start spitting into the copy and paste, it'll start to give you the word count. And there might be better ways to do this. There are tools out there that are paid that do this, which is what we usually typically use. But again, in the interest of trying to keep this series using as many free possible routes as possible, we're just gonna go ahead and do this the manual way, and I'll show you how it works. So this is basically the process. I'm going through their site, I'm grabbing every little bit of text I can find, and I'm pasting it in there for the page that is ranking. So it won't always be the home page, but in many cases, when you're picking these low competition niches, it's going to be. Okay, so that's it. So we're at a word count of 322 words on that one. So I'm gonna just make a note. Normally I'd probably have a separate document for this. So 322 words for the top competitor. Let's check out the next one. Let's delete all this. And let's do a thing of the next one. Okay, I don't want to copy that image though. So let's go ahead and do that. Do that. And that. Now, content's looking pretty thin. They have 434 words. What was this? I think that was that little section here. Okay. So yeah, they have 434 words. We can see they're doing a lot of linking. So they're linking to their about page. And we're gonna be doing some internal linking as well. So they're doing a lot of internal linking on their page here. I don't see that so much on the other one. Oh yeah, I did see that up here. They did it with images. So they're linking to different services. Okay, so I might want to make note of that as well. So this one had, how many words did they have? 434. 434. But keep in mind, they're not ranking quite as well. And I'm guessing because maybe some of those were reviews as their words, but they're not ranking quite as well as the other one, who only has 322 words. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So both of them have thin content, and that leads me to believe that if we go and we put a lot of effort into creating a really good content piece for Roof Repair Milwaukee, or Grafton I should say, because now we're using Grafton, we should be able to outrank them. Now another thing I like to do is I like to see how many times they use the city name. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not gonna really count that Google map, so I'll just say 7, 8, 9. They use Cedarburg 9 times, so I'm gonna note that down. Cedarburg 9 times, because I'm gonna want to try and emulate that a little bit. And then I'm gonna look at how often they say roof repair. So they've got roof repair there. This one has roofing and then repair storm damage. So that could give you another idea for another topic that we could potentially make content under our residential roofing. Might do something about storm repair or storm damage. So I'll just put a question mark because it's just kind of an idea at this point. Might need to do a little bit more research on it. But bottom line is it looks like they mentioned it 2 or 3 times. So we'll just say roof repair 3 times. So now we know kind of exactly how many words we're going to need to beat them with. Try and go maybe like 350, 400 words, maybe even more. You know, thin content usually isn't always a good thing. You usually want to have a decently sized article. I usually say, 300 to 500 words is usually going to be good for these little low competition things. And both of them kind of fall right in between there. So maybe if we went and shot for 500 words, that would be good because we'd be beating this one, or 450 a little bit. But again, you just never know. Sometimes, you might need to be right around this 325 word mark. in order to, you know, claim that #1 spot. But let's also check out the other competition and see how many times they listed Cedarburg, and we can kind of judge. By the way, I'm doing this, I'm just pressing Command F or Control F if you're on a Windows machine, and it'll actually break down a thing. If you type it in, it'll highlight it. Okay, so this is a menu item, so I'm not really gonna count that, but they got it 1, 2, so they got it 2 times. And this is really chimney repair and gutter repair, so neither one of them are roof repair. They really don't have roof repair mentioned at all. So that could be another big factor, because they don't have roof repair really mentioned at all. Google is pulling it from those other spots. They're kind of combining, oh, well, they have roof on their website, and then they have repair over here, and they're kind of combining the two together. That could be another reason why they're not ranking as well, content-wise, of course, we're talking about. Another thing that they did, I'll pull this down so you can see, they actually have roofing Cedarburg in their permalink here. Also something to kind of note there, and which is similar to what we're going to be doing with roof repair, and we have Cedarburg in our domain name, so I'll kind of explain that as we get going. The other thing I wanted to search on this one though is how many times they said Cedarburg. Wow, a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, 15 times. We're seeing a little bit of a trend here, right? Maybe they should have spent a little more time putting in roof repair a little more. Okay, so I'm gonna say that based on this intel right here, we're gonna wanna write an article for roof repair. We're gonna want it to have, of course it's roof repair, Cedarburg. We're gonna want it to have, I don't know, between 325 to 450 words. We're gonna want it to mention Cedarburg roughly 10 times, and we'll say roof repair 3 times. We'll try and match it, and I think that should do pretty well based on what we've researched here. Let's just see if we can see anything else. So of course we know we're going to be doing some internal linking. What that means is we're creating other pages on our website and we're linking to it. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, I think that covers it. They have roof repair in a tag here. We can actually highlight this tag and inspect it. So they put it into an H3 tag. So we might want to do that. Probably do an H2 tag though for our site. And that's just a styling tag. I'll explain what that means as we get going into the content. All right, so with that being said, I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna go write up some content. If you need content inspiration, just go into Google and type in roof repair and pick a big city and look at what they're doing. Do not copy it, but grab inspiration from their article and look at how they're structuring their article, and look at the top ranking ones, how they're structuring it, what they're talking about, and you can get some ideas of how you can write your article. So I'll pause the video and then I will come back on here after I have my article written, following this criteria right here, and we'll start setting up the page. Oh yeah, guys, one other thing I want to talk to you about for content and also for just even keyword ideas. If you have the Keywords Everywhere plugin installed, I use this site a lot. It's called Answer the Public, and it can give you some content ideas as well. If you come in here and type in roof repair, it'll spit out what some of the common questions are, what people are asking about roof repair, and that'll give you a good idea of how you might want to structure your article as well. So you know, is roof repair covered by insurance, and it'll show you exactly how many searches it's getting. So look for the ones that are getting, you know, high searches. How much does roof repair cost? How to repair roof with shingles blowing off. That's probably something we don't really want to talk about in our article because that's not really commercial intent. So yeah, I will go through and I will look through this, and I would use this in my content ideas for my roof repair article. So these are some common things that people have concerns over. I'm seeing this insurance one pop up quite a lot. So I might do some research on that and use that to go ahead and structure my article. All right, and as I'm getting into my article creation as well, I also want to cover this. One thing I like to do is I like to go into Google and I like to start typing my keyword. Again, I'm using the big keyword, not Cedarburg. We're using the one we based all of our keyword research off of first. And I start typing, I put a space after it, and I'll get all kinds of different ideas like flat roof repair, roof leak repair, rubber roof repair, emergency roof repair, cedar roof repair. I'm gonna use these different topics inside of my article. Maybe even later I'll decide to create separate pages of these, but for now, these are things I wanna include that are related to roof repair, and Google is going to see that as relative, it's relevant content, and that's going to help us rank as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and jot these down and use that also when I come up with my content. All right, so here we are. I put this into a Google Doc. My plan is this is gonna be the H1 tag or the title of the site. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna throw these into some H2 tags, which includes some keywords like emergency roof repair, and this one has residential roof. So that should help as well. And yeah, let's just go through and show you what I did. So first off, in Google Docs, we can always come up to tools and word count. So you can see we've got 386 words here. And according to our research, we need to have between 325 and 450. Okay, we also need to have roof repair mentioned at least 3 times in the article. Let's go ahead and check. We have it mentioned 5 times. Okay, so that's good. We're a little bit overboard, but I think that's okay. We can always tweak it if it doesn't perform well, but I think it will. You know, just going 2 over is not too big of a deal. And then we need about 10 times to mention Cedarburg. So let's go ahead and type that in. So we're at 5, but keep in mind we have a little bit of an advantage here because our site is called Cedarburg Roofing Pros. We're already going to be mentioning it there. We'll probably also have our company name at the bottom of the website in the footer, so we'll count that as 7. And I don't know, it might be somewhere else as well. If we need to add it in more, we might. Maybe you might want to add in like 3 more times or 2 more times. Maybe we'll add it down here and say call Cedarburg Roofing Pros to get a roof estimate. Now let's see if I can put it anywhere else. I also don't want to put it too many times either. Like it's a fine line between sounding spammy and also making sure it's in there. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. I think it's gonna perform well. We're close to that mark. If it doesn't perform well, then we'll go and fill it in a little bit more and see how it does. But I think that's pretty good. So this is our article. Now it's just a matter of going in and getting it onto our site and properly optimizing it. And of course, after that would be done, we would be rinsing and repeating the process. So this is where you'll be spending a lot of your time and doing a lot of work. But it pays off, guys, because this is what's going to rank the site, especially in these low comp areas. Like, we honestly probably won't have to do much link building, if any link building at all, but we are going to cover that too in a future video. All right, guys, so we are inside of my WordPress dashboard here, and I'm going to start off by going into my homepage under Pages, All Pages, clicking Edit with Elementor, and I'm going to start off by saving this as a template so that I can start using it on my other pages. I believe that you can do this as a free user, but if not, then you'll have to rebuild your page out from scratch. So hopefully you can do it as a free user. I think you can. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to exit to dashboard, and we're going to go ahead and create a new page. All right, so we're going to come in here under all pages. We're going to click add new, and we're actually going to create 2 pages. The first page we're going to create is going to be our residential roofing page. So we'll go ahead and we'll publish that, and we'll come back to this, but this is so our roof repair page can go underneath this. So we're going to have another page here that we're going to work on content for, and we're also going to link from this page to roof repair, because remember, that's how we're going to be structuring our site. We're going to have 2 menus, one residential roofing, one commercial roofing, and under residential roofing is going to be our roof repair, which we just did the content piece for. So let's go ahead and go back to all pages, and let's create another page. All right, so we're going to click add new, and now we're going to do our roof repair page, and I've got a title for this one already, which is Roof Repair Company in Cedarburg. So that's what we're going to call this one. And I think I'm actually, yeah, we'll just leave it be at that. If I wanted to clean it up a little bit and make the permalink different, I could. We might change the permalink. We'll come back to that. But one important part is you're going to need to come up here and go to settings and come down to where it says parent page. And you're going to want to select residential roofing as your parent page, because that's what we want to fall under. Okay. And I'll show you what that does. Let me, and here I can actually edit the permalink right here as well. Let's just update this and let me show you what this does. So this is really important. And we're gonna go and we're gonna fix the menu right away too. We'll go to appearance, we'll go to menus, and I think I didn't publish the page. I think I just saved it. Oh, it just disappeared. I don't think I saved it at all. Okay, let's do this again. Title, parent page, residential roofing. Again, I got this by clicking the gear icon. And then it's under page attributes. Okay, and then let's go ahead and publish that. Okay, now we can go under appearance, under menus. And we're going to put in residential roof repair and roof repair company in Cedarburg and add that to the menu. Just like that. And we're going to go ahead and change the navigation label to roof repair and save the menu. Okay, now if we go to the home page, let me show you what that does. So put residential roofing there, put roof repair underneath it, and of course we'll have all of our other services there too, like gutters, maybe we'll have something about storm damage. You get the point, all that stuff's gonna go under here. And then when we click on it, it's going to go residential roofing, because that was our menu item because we set that as a parent page, and then it'll go into our roof repair page. Okay, so one thing that I typically like to do, and this is up to you depending on how you've structured your domain name, but since I put Cedarburg inside of my domain name, and typically I don't do this, but I did in this case, since I did that, I'm not gonna put Cedarburg again back here just because I feel like it'll be slightly over optimized. So instead I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna edit the permalink just to say roof repair. Okay, even though the title of my article is gonna be Roof Repair Company in Cedarburg, Wisconsin, that's fine. But let's clean the permalink up so it just says roof repair. All right, and also when I click the menu item on roof repair or residential roofing, this will be a separate article. So this is contained inside of there. So I hope that that makes sense. A little bit confusing, but let's go ahead and edit that and hopefully it'll start to come together as we do that. So let's click edit and under permalinks here, again, to get to this, settings, and then it's under permalink here. You can just delete everything else except for roof repair and then update your changes. Now it's gonna create a really nice SEO friendly structure. So if I come back here and I refresh, well, the page doesn't exist because we changed it to roof repair. There it is. And if we click the menu, it should lead there as well. Yep. So now we're ready to actually go in and start working on this page now that the structure is set up correctly. And this is a really nice structure. So what we want to do is we want to come in here and now we can go ahead and click edit with Elementor, and it's going to go ahead and load the Elementor page builder and we can get started adding in our content. And since we saved that as a template, all we have to do is come to global, I think, or no, we click this folder icon, click my templates, and we insert our template. You also want to import the document settings of the page. Click no. There we go. So now we're starting with this as our start. Okay, so now it's just a matter of coming in and starting to actually fill in content. So probably not gonna want all of this stuff here, like this 3-section block. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get rid of that. And we're gonna make sure we're checking all of our tags here. So this is an H2 tag. Let's just make that a regular paragraph. Make this a regular paragraph. Oops. So I'm just checking all of my styling tags because we don't want, it's a regular paragraph. This is where we want our H1 tag right here. So we're going to switch this to an H1. This is going to actually be the title of our article. Let's say need a roof repair company in Cedarburg, Wisconsin. And I messed up my formatting here. So let's do this. There we go. Okay, so there we go. That's gonna be an H1 tag. We are gonna move the style size. It's an H1 tag. We're gonna style down a little bit. Line height. Let's check out this padding right here. Just moving the margin up so it looks a little bit better. Okay. All right, that looks good. I'm gonna go and grab this paragraph here and move this up here. Just like that. There we go. That's what I was looking for. And we're going to put in our first spot right here. And again, I can change this design around. You know, this is all just preliminary stuff. All right, there we go. And I may even want to take this stuff off up here, right? Like maybe I want this title tag to be up there, and maybe I don't want the form here. Maybe I want the form somewhere else. I can do all that. Like I can drag this wherever I want. So let's move that down there maybe, and let's actually put this up there. Okay, so we'll do that, and we'll move this H1 tag up there too, actually. So I know I went and messed with all this margins. Let's just redo all that. And let's move this up here. Let's make this white for the text font, like that. All right, and let's just fix this up a little bit and make it a little bit smaller for this page. Just gonna make everything just a little bit smaller. All right, so I played around with this stuff quite a bit. I think I got it pretty much to where I want it. Let's mess with this margin a little bit. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play with this minimum height of the section and move it way up like that. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so there we go. So that's kind of my page section. We've got strong call to action up there. You know, maybe we could play with it a little bit more, but I think it's looking pretty decent. It's not bad. All right, so let's go and let's put in an H2 tag for this now. I'll just go ahead and move this up here. That should work out fine. And we gotta paste that in there so it doesn't mess up the styling. It is at an H2 tag right now, so that's good. Let's put in a paragraph. There we go, that's looking good. And once we have this page built, we can actually then go and just clone this page as well. So I think down here, we'll put in another picture. I'm gonna clone this. That's already set as a H2 tag. Go ahead and paste that. Might come up with another section below it, we'll see. So let me go see if I can find another photo on Pixabay. All right, so I found this photo on Pixabay. We're gonna go ahead and do the small one and download that. And we'll come back over here, swap this one out. We're gonna do some alt text here. Roof repair, Cedarburg, Wisconsin. All right, boom, just like that. That looks good. Let's see what else we want to do here. Let's mess with the let's mess with this below there. So let's go ahead and make another copy of this, paste it here, move it above this connect with us thing. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, cool. All right, I don't know why it's bumping out like that. Let's update that and preview it. I don't know why it's bumping down. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know if that's a bug or what. Let's try that. Oh yeah, that fixed it. So I don't know why it did that, but anyways, that fixed it, not a problem. Okay, so there we go. Looking pretty good so far. Might want to bump that section up a little bit here. Do a minimum height and bring it way down. Here we go, padding. So I just had to fix the padding on it to make it look a little bit better. Just go with the 25. No, let's do 35. No, 45. Okay, 45, and we'll do 45 on the bottom. That looks pretty good. Maybe do a little bit of padding on this one too. Unlink them and just do a 45 and a 45 again. Keep it looking symmetrical throughout. Well, actually I don't want to do 45 on the bottom of that one, because I want it to line up with that article. So, okay, I think that looks pretty good. Obviously we need to do something with our contact form, unless we don't want one on this page. Let's mess with the styles here. So you can just go through and look at all the different styles they have. See if there's one that fits better with your background color, or if I have to, I'll change the background color. That one looks good. Okay, so let's move this down here. I don't really like the button on this one though. Do something like that. And we probably want to put something that says get a free quote. So let's drop in another text widget here. Something like that. Style that up, make it black. And bump the size up. Okay, so there we go. We can update that. We could do a quick look at it. I'm gonna fix that line margin right there. Upon looking at that, that doesn't look so good. So let's bring that down maybe to like -5. Update that and see what that looks like. Just waiting on the refresh. Okay, that looks better. So there we have it. We have our content optimized. We have H1 tag, H2 tags here, and our site is built. Call to actions for calling, call to actions for filling out our form. The only other thing we might want to do is we might want to, let's see how many times we got Cedarburg listed now. 9 times now. So we've got Cedarburg listed 9 times, which we wanted to aim for 9 or 10. We could also probably put in, well, we have it right there. We could put in some driving directions. That would be something that would be really helpful for SEO. And obviously, since we don't have a location, we'll just put driving directions to Cedarburg. So that could be really helpful, and that could be another way to bump it in. It would be something I would put at the bottom. So just something to keep in mind. And then we're gonna have some links going on. So we'll have links going to maybe a page about roof leaks. If we create another service about that, we could put something, maybe a link to like Cedarburg's website, the town's website. That would be another good way to add an outbound link. to something credible. That's really helpful as well when you're trying to SEO. Emergency roof repair, so we might link to this emergency service to another page that says emergency repair or something. So you'll want to start interlinking stuff together as you start building out more pages. The other thing that you can do is you can start bolding stuff if you want. So I might come through here and see if I can find something interesting to bold that would make sense. Maybe this right here, roof repair company. So that can be helpful. That can show a pattern to Google of what exactly you're doing, what your relevance is, and you could also do the same with italicizing stuff too. So yeah, that's the general on-page strategy. There's one more thing we need to do, and that is we need to edit the metadata of the page, which is going to be what shows up in Google when someone searches for it. So this video is pretty long. I think I'll just go ahead and throw it in here though, and just make this a long video so that way when we move on to the next video, we can cover backlinking. And don't forget, you're gonna rinse and repeat all of this stuff for all of your pages on your site. And if you're wondering how many pages you have to have, you're gonna look back at your competition, just like I just did, how I looked at that Grafton roof and Integrity roof. You wanna look at how many pages they have, and you ideally wanna have more than them. So in this case, I know they had one on like Cedar, Shake, they had another service on like commercial, one on residential. I think they only had like 4 or 5 pages total. I'm probably going to do a lot more than that if I want to outrank them. Maybe I could do like 3 or 4 under residential and maybe 3 or 4 under commercial would be good. And that could really help solidify my ranking. All right, so let's go ahead and install this SEO plugin that we're going to use. Under plugins, we're going to go to add new. And we're going to install Yoast. There's lots of plugins out there that you could use. Rank Math is good. I like that one as well. I used to use all-in-one, but Yoast is, I think, pretty straightforward one that most people can really wrap their head around. So we'll just go ahead and we'll use that one for the sake of this video. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna activate it. And what this is going to do is, if we go under pages now, and we go ahead and we come into our roof repair page here, on the bottom of it now, it's going to go and it's going to give us a snippet of what's showing up here in the search results. So we can actually go and we can edit this snippet to make it whatever we want. So again, we're optimizing for roof repair in Cedarburg. So I might just go ahead and say roof repair in Cedarburg, Wisconsin, helping with your residential roofing needs, or something like that. I went a little bit over. You want to keep it in the green, but come up with something that makes sense here. I normally like to put my keyword as close to the front as I can in there. And then in the meta description, I like to put the keyword in there as well. So I don't have to do it in the first line like I do in the title necessarily, but I do like to put it in there. Sometimes I'll even put phone number in here as well, which can help get people to just call you. It all depends if you're trying to get people to come to your site first. Sometimes people will just call straight from the search results. So I'll say, are you looking for a roof repair company in Cedarburg, Wisconsin? We serve the Washington, I think Cedarburg is actually Ozaki County. I said Washington, but I think it's actually Ozaki County. I'm not going to put that in there since I didn't do my research ahead of time. I'll just say we can help with roof leaks, repairs, and much more. Call us or visit our site today. Something like that. And again, maybe I put in a phone number in there as well, which can help. But there you go. You can see we put roof repair. That was a keyword. Roof repair company was a keyword. Roof leaks was a keyword. I maybe could have fit some more stuff in there. We got residential roofing up there. But I put as many keywords as I could in there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for, the SEO side of things. As far as what we want to do, you can enter in your focus key phrase up here, and it'll go in there and kind of tell you how you're looking, which can help as well. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and update that. That's gonna wrap up on-page optimization. Again, you're gonna wanna rinse and repeat all of this for all of your keywords, all of your research, and I'm sure you'll come up with more keywords, but the goal is to come up with as much, volume as you can. You're gonna try and get as much traffic as you can, because the more people that come to your site, the likelier it is that they end up coming to your contact form or calling, and you generate a lead and you make money. So there you have it, guys. All right, guys, so there you have it. That is the video. I hope you enjoyed it. We are going to have probably another part to the series where we talk about off-page optimization, which has everything to do with backlinking and creating social profiles and stuff like that. Chances are that you might not even have to do this, because hopefully you follow the tutorials I've laid out for you in depth, and you do all of this work right now with the on-page stuff. You may not even have to do this next part in the series, but I'm going to shoot it for you anyways, just in case. All right, guys, until next time, make sure you are subscribed so that you get notified of my next video. Tick the bell notification icon, smash a like on this video for me if you enjoyed it, and leave me a comment what you thought of the series so far. All right, guys, until next time, I am Paul James. We'll see you in another video. Peace out.